He has, quote, concepts of a plan. Concepts. Should never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States. Never again. Never again. Never again.
How often in 100 days do you get to do something that's going to impact generations to come? And how often in the world do you make that bastard wake up afterwards and know that a black woman kicked his ass and sent him on the road? And you know that's something that guy's going to have to live with for the rest of his life.
If you vote for me, all of your wildest dreams will come true.
Part of what I hope this book does and these conversations do is just allow us all to see the community in which we gather today and remind ourselves that we're all in this. We feel the same way. I know I said something the other day that apparently went viral about we're not crazy. Because there's so much about this moment that is trying to make people feel like they've lost their mind. When in fact, these motherfuckers are crazy. Jasmine Crockett.
Have you yourself felt, with Letitia James being targeted, there's many others, have you felt that you could be targeted, worried about being indicted?
Sure, of course. For the people that are watching this on radio.
Yeah.
See what I just did there? Yes, of course. I raised my hand.
But I want to, something from the book. You faced unique challenges simply because of who you are in many ways, besides the speed of what you had to do. I want you to talk a little bit about what you thought was the most complex part of running for president. Was the time? Was it being a woman? What was it being a woman of color? What, from your perspective, was the most difficult parts of those 107 days?
Well, I've always been a woman.
Yes.
And a woman of color, so that kind of is what I've been living in.
I did tell you about the joke on SNL. They said, why didn't she win?
I think that one of the biggest, the thing that I was most acutely aware of was the time. And that's why I named the book 107 Days. And for those of you who have not yet read it, I basically wrote it like a journal. Not every single of the 107 days, but many of them. So it's by date and what happened on particular days. And I was acutely aware, as I have talked about, my prayer every night was, God, please let me have done everything I could possibly do in this one day. I mean, I traveled several states in a day. I couldn't do enough. And that was probably the most...
The time constraint. Yeah. In doing what? Didn't people not getting to know you enough? Not what?
No, it's not that simple. I mean, it's about yes, getting to know me and my background and what I've done, and the fact that I was elected district attorney for 2 terms as the first woman elected attorney general of the state of California, ran the second largest Department of Justice in the United States, second only to the United States Department of Justice. I was a United States Senator, second black woman elected in the history of the United States Senate, and I was the first woman vice president of the United States. So there are those things that I needed to make sure that people knew.
That is a decent resume, but go ahead.
Well, some people have actually said I was the most qualified candidate ever to run for president.
I like the some people say. Very nice, but go ahead.
I'm just speaking fact.
Yeah.
Yes, by the way, she's more qualified than anybody that's ever run for this office. Let's just be clear. Look, we had the most qualified person who'd run for president in this country's history at the top of the ticket. That in itself should have got this thing won.
But we'll start with an expert question from someone who has a very unique insight into President Trump, Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Good.
Take a look.
Oh.
Hello, Kamala. Well, I know that you're on stage with Kara Swisher, and she invited me to ask you a question. So really, I want to know this. I debated Trump 3 times. You debated him once. He wouldn't debate you again. We beat him 4 times. Do you think we're the reason he is so unhinged today?
Right?
She enjoyed doing that.
I talk about Hillary in the book too.
You do. You
do. With great admiration and love and respect. Yeah, I mean he is no doubt he is unhinged, and Secretary Clinton did the work in her debates of demonstrating that, as I attempted to do in my debate with him. We have in this president the most, not one of, the most callous, corrupt, and incompetent individuals that has ever occupied that White House. And unhinged is the least of the concerns that I have, but it ranks right up there. Mm-hmm. And the debate. Look, I mean, okay. So part of it is. So what happened was, I don't know the man more than anybody else here. I debated him. I know Donald Trump's type, but I don't really know him, to be honest with you. I only met him one time. I shook his hand at the debate because I always shake somebody's hand when I first meet them. Mm-hmm. But I do talk about the conversations that he and I had, and I talk about Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah, you said you had to remind yourself that he was a con man.
Because during this brief conversation, mm-hmm. he sounded very normal. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, so it's, that's what con men do. I mean, look, what is frustrating about some of the punditry about it all and the future of the Democratic Party is this whole savior complex. I'm kind of bored with it. Mm-hmm. This idea that there will be one savior who will come down
to rally regular
and we will
people.
all be saved. Mm-hmm. That person's not on Earth right now. You know what I'm saying? But more importantly, I must say, we have so many stars in the party. We have so many stars. And let's focus on that instead of who is the one, to the point that it's just a circular conversation. Think of it then in the context of, like, I like to think about a lot of things in the context of a Venn diagram. I love Venn diagrams. Always ask, is there a Venn diagram for this? I'm telling you, it's fascinating when you do.